Around the country, people are protesting. Whether it's against gun violence or police brutality, citizens have a constitutional right to gather and protest or peaceful assembly. Yet officers and government officials do not always agree, and protesters can be arrested and charged with crimes they did not commit. Through illegal use of force and the criminalization of protest, protesters can face criminal charges even when they did nothing wrong. When this occurs, it is important to know your rights and how to beat these serious criminal charges. An experienced Boulder criminal defense attorney is crucial to protecting your basic constitutional rights as an American. The First Amendment allows every citizen the freedom of speech, yet police officials are allowed to place specific restrictions on that freedom when large groups are gathered. For instance, permits are often required when using loud sound amplifiers during demonstrations. If you are protesting, you are allowed to do so peacefully in public forums, such as on a street, sidewalk, or in a park. Owners of private property, however, are allowed to place restrictions on protests that occur on their own property. They may even have you arrested and charged with trespassing if you did not obtain the consent of the property owner before your protest. Some events, marches, and protests require a permit several weeks in advance. Yet if a march or protest is occurring because of a recent news event, the First Amendment allows for such a protest to occur as long as it remains peaceful and protesters obey traffic and pedestrian signals. If you are stopped by the police or arrested during a protest, it is important to remain calm. Even if you believe the arrest is unfair, if you resist arrest, you can face additional charges. You never have to consent to a search of yourself or your belongings, even if you are under arrest. Remain silent during your arrest and ask to speak to your lawyer immediately. Remember, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. The only way to challenge police misconduct is with a lawyer. Resisting arrest will not solve the problem and will likely escalate your charges. If you are able, write down everything you can remember about your arrest, including the officer's badge number and patrol car numbers. If you are injured during the arrest, take photos of the injuries and seek medical attention. You can then file a written complaint with the agency's Internal Affairs Division after you have sought legal guidance from your attorney. Contact the Boulder criminal defense attorneys at Steven Louth Law Offices today for a free consultation and review of your case.